Welcome to the
podcast.
first one, dude.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know what the name is yet.
Didn't we like settle on NPC or something?
Yeah, I would say NPC Media.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I mean, I would say this is your baby.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like I'm here, but I feel like once you have more people, I'd probably be more in the back sometimes. But this is cool. It's kind of cool to be in front of it sometimes, you know.
No, it is. Yeah, and dude, I was talking to Jem. I was like, "Hey, he could literally be my Jamie."
Oh yeah, pull it up.
You know, from Joe Rogan, Jamie. Yeah, bro.
Like, pull it up. It's like, Jamie, pull it up.
Pull it up. And that's why I was asking you during the week. I was like, "Hey, can you type quick?
Oh,
can you
that's
do
what
some search?"
Said. That's okay. I was like, why did she ask me like a random, like, you can search real quick, right? I'm like, what? Like, what are you trying to give me a job or something?
Yeah, basically we're hiring you for a job. Yeah.
I mean, shoot, if anyone, it's a work in progress, but I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I want to start off too. Like, what made you get into sound engineering?
That's a good question. I would say it's same thing with like DJing. Like, it wasn't something I always thought myself to be, but I always knew that I wanted to be involved with something with music or sound. Because when I was a kid, I'd be messing with CDs, cassettes. I mean, we're dating ourselves here, cassettes. Yeah. But I mean, shoot, I remember my first MP3 player. But yeah, ever since then, like, I was always intrigued by just music and sounds, and I mean, from there, I would say, shout outs to Patrick. Actually, since him going to Patrick's our friend, our dear friend. Him going to the academy when I was at JC college. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna do photography. I'm like, that's dope, dude. Like, you're actually doing what you want to do, and he inspired me to like take that leap of faith. And I saw that they have like a music production program there, and I'm about to graduate from there. Jumped in, and then few friends along the way helped me, guide me with music production stuff. So I already had like a feel for it before I went to the school. So I feel like I was a little bit at advantage compared to like people that just went straight in. Yeah. But it was cool.
It's like something you wanted to really do.
Yeah. Once I got hooked, I mean, I didn't look back.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I never would have thought in a million years I would be doing something like this. But here we are. It just happens, you know?
Dude, yeah, it's crazy. And like, I think for my journey, I just got tired of like I work a 9-to-5 job, but I just got tired of like really doing that same thing for 10 years now. And I've been wanting to switch it up to something creative. And like, I felt like I was very creative in my own way with art. Over time, I ended up actually painting my own stuff. Okay. And then I was trying to sell it for a little bit. So
you're creative. You're creative in a different outlet.
Yeah, yeah. And then within this like last year, I was like, I kind of want to get my skills up. You know, I want to, like, Jem would be like, you suck at video recording. You don't got my angles. Damn. Jem is my wife, by the way. But
yeah. Damn, she tells it how it is. She's a straight shooter.
And then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go all in. Yeah. And then over time, I just started playing with it. And I was like, yeah, I actually like this medium, you know. I started doing like all the video stuff. Yeah. And I think this year is probably the most I started like getting more used to it. I had more free time, and I just want to dedicate more to this craft, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's not the only thing you do. I mean, I heard you're freaking, I mean, not even heard, like, before, like, we, you know, linked back up again, I heard you were doing a lot of, like, coding stuff, and then to find out, freaking whole chat thing.
Yeah, I created a whole thing called NPC Chat, so it's basically like my own chat GPT. The only difference of mine is I have 3 different models loaded into my project, and then basically you could choose whatever model you want. And then from there, you end up actually, you just ask it whatever questions you want. And I made it where it's more like a video game. So it's called, where you're talking to like an NPC in a video game.
Okay. So like Skyrim, Oblivion, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like each one has a different role.
Yeah.
And it'll say it from their perspective.
Oh, that's
with your answer.
That's cool.
And then, it took me 9 months. 9 months.
Damn. It's like a baby.
Dude, it was, yeah. Like every day was like, fuck, all right, I got to hack out a component.
Yeah.
And then I'm also working a lot too. Like I'm working 16-hour days. Yeah. And then anytime I had downtime at work or like anytime I had downtime at home, I would just dedicate hours.
I mean, your work speaks for itself, because I'm like, when you showed me right before it was done, I was like, this is something that I would see like some tech head in freaking San Francisco or LA or something like, or hopefully it's crazy. Hey, if you have a chance, you should check it out. I mean, you have the link, right? What's the link?
That's NPC, so N as Nancy, P as in Peter, and C as in Cody -chat.com. So
okay,
NPC chat.
So yeah, check it out, and I think you have a free tier if you
wanna, So and then from there, you could play with it, whatever. And then if you want to upgrade, you could upgrade. There's a $15 plan. There's a $25 and a $50 plan.
Okay, so like if you want to dip your toe to see how if you like it, like I know like there's some like was it Midjourney, you don't even get a free trial. You just you got to trust that it's what you want, and you just got to go with it. But I mean that's cool because like with some of the trials it's not. Like when you're actually, what you mean is like you actually get to use the full capability on the prize, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's dope.
I only limited it to one model.
Okay.
But the model I gave is really good.
Okay.
You start out with Gemini Lite.
Okay.
And then it gives you fast responses right away.
Okay, that's amazing. And like it's weird. I know AI is kind of a weird topic, but I mean I've been taking a class about using AI for as a tool. Obviously, I feel like AI is a great tool. But not a good, like, it's not a replacement. You should not treat it like that. But, like, dude, ever since I've been doing it, like, the last however many months, I can't see myself not using it just because, like, it helps with a lot of, like, mundane tasks,
Yeah, it like, throws out the little template for you.
Yeah.
And then you just tweak that template to whatever you need it to be.
Yeah, and then the more you use it, the better it gets, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And, like, sometimes it's, like, it almost knows what I want because of what I've been, like, searching, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. But it's like because I'm actively asking it what the same things that I want to hear, and then it's just like if you're talking to someone, if I say, hey, I like chocolate cake, next time you see me, you're like, hey, you still like chocolate cake? I'm like, yeah. And then come my birthday, you're like, hey, we got you a chocolate cake, because you're keeping that thread going,
Yeah, constantly. Like if you open that one conversation with that in that chat bubble, then you could just keep going and going.
Yeah,
until you fine tune it.
Yeah. But sometimes they be giving you some BS answers, but
dude, yeah.
But that's just how it is, That's just technology, Sometimes you can't always get it right.
You can't.
Yeah.
For real. It all started with me, just like I said, just slowly breaking away from that habit, because every day I was just playing video games.
Yeah.
Like I was just like,
guilty.
I was like, fuck it, throw me in Dark Souls.
I know.
Throw me in there.
Yeah. Mine was Rocket League. Oh man. And I mean, it's a cool game, but like, man, it's like any video game. It's like a time suck,
Yeah, it's not bad when you find that right one for a little bit. Yeah. Like you indulge when you do.
Yeah, sometimes it's a crutch, man. It's like any addiction. It's like, oh, you know what? I got this assignment to do. I'll just spend a couple hours on the video game, and then it's like 8 hours later. Like, oh damn.
Hey. That's you playing Baldur's Gate. Have you played?
Oh no! I've seen your wife Jen play.
Dude, when she was playing, like, oh, let's just do the intro. Dude, the intro is like 8 hours later. You're like, let me customize a character.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me do my character. All right, nice. Let's just barely get to the first cutscene. 8 hours later.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean that's a sign of a good game, because think about that. 8 hours. If you pay for a movie and it's like at max not even 3 hours. Mm-hmm. Like a ticket's like what? Like nowadays like
15, 20.
Almost $20, depending where you're going. And a game like that is like what? Like $60-$70 now?
Yeah.
But think about that. That was 8 hours. You pretty much almost paid for like watching 2 movies.
That's true.
Of experience. And then you're not even like close to being done.
Yeah. And you're interacting with the game too. Yeah. So get your mind going.
Yeah. And it's like when people say like, oh, I don't know how much you can pay for. I don't know why you pay $70 for a game. But if you're thinking about it, if you play a game for like at least 2 hours, I mean, I don't think anyone just plays a game for 2 hours.
No, yeah.
But just use the basis 2 hours, like every other day for a week. That's like, like 9 hours.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, easy. Oh, I mean, I think everyone hits around like maybe 20, maybe a whole, that's almost a whole day.
Dude, yeah. If you don't even realize it too when you play.
Especially with friends, dude. Because like, it's one thing for like, I mean, obviously everyone has their single player game. I mean, everyone out here has had like that game that they want to play by themselves. But once you play with friends, it's like a totally different experience.
Especially when you start doing like like the Royale games?
Oh, yeah.
Or, like fucking Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
You throw in your Apex.
Yeah, because games are like
COD.
at most like you're waiting in queue. Now they're hella fast, but now you're like you can play like an hour. You can almost play like 5 to 6 solid games, and even if you get down hella fast, that's even more. But you're never like waiting for too long, which is awesome because like a lot back in the day. We had to wait for minutes just to even load in.
Like drop into a lobby.
Yeah, like COD or something. Like, shoot,
Black Ops days.
We didn't have phones like that.
Yeah, we didn't.
So we just had to like talk to each other.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna meet you in the VC later."
Yeah, and then we'd just be talking, and then all of a sudden, like, oh dang, we gotta go in the game.
Let's jump.
Let's
jump into it.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy how a lot of things over time like evolved, and I feel like. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for myself too much, but I would for everyone. But I could say for myself, I would just say rephrase that. But I feel like we've been pretty good as like a generation, like us, pretty good at adapting to the technology.
I think so, pretty easily, honestly.
Yeah.
Like as much as technology got hate, I feel like a lot of people evolved on it, and it's helped a lot more than anything, honestly.
Well, shoot, I've been troubleshooting like stuff from my grandparents.
Yeah, me too, dude, all the time.
I mean, I get it. Like to them, like this is like,
it's a whole new league. Yeah, because they just grew up like newspapers, and then just talking to people and just word of mouth, honestly. And then the news. Oh my gosh, the news is a big thing.
Oh, nowadays you can't even trust the news. Nowadays,
yeah, you can't. It's crazy.
Like, there's like 7, 8 different outlets telling you different things, and even when you're trying to fact check it, on X or the internet, you can still get a whole nother truth, and it's like it's not even the truth,
It's not the legit truth. Yeah. You're like, you got to really just do your research.
Yeah, and a lot, like you said, a lot of the generations like our grandparents, they kind of, I mean, you can get real deep in it, but a lot of them take like AI stuff or any like the fake stuff like for the truth.
Yeah, they really do.
And it's scary.
It is. It's scary, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every time I show them like, hey, I did like stock footage, like I threw some stock footage in the video. They're like, oh, that's real? I was like, no, that's a fake shot.
No, it's just to fill it in so it doesn't look like there's a blank something in there. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's just to tell the story.
Or they're like, oh, this person? I'm like, no,
not
like,
at all.
That's a fake. I made that person to talk. Like I made that freaking animation person talking about whatever topic I was. It's not even a real person. Yeah, it's trippy,
dude. It's so trippy. Like the deep fakes of it is gone insane now.
I mean, you could just post a picture of like your loved one, and they could be doing like the Macarena or something like that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You can have a little dog freaking surfboarding.
Yeah, it's like damn. I mean, it's cool, and there's definitely like places for it. But I think the more you use it, going back to AI, the better it is for you to actually like pick it out. You get better at seeing it, Yeah,
you get a feel for it a little bit more and like what its capabilities are. And that's what I've noticed is
the hallucinations. You can definitely that's or like the what do they call it, the dolphin skin on like people's textures of skins, like it's weird.
Or like the 6 finger.
Yep. Or like there's always like I mean I would say like AI's come a long way, but even then there's something that slips in and you're like, oh yep, that's AI.
Did you start playing with AI this year or
so hard, like for sure, like hard. But I was it. My instructor, he was telling me about the beginning stages, and I've seen like the benchmark test with Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this looks kind of like this is AI. This is kind of like
you're like, what the fuck is this?
Like,
it's just you see a weird ass version of him just eating spaghetti.
Yep.
But the mechanics of it doesn't look right.
Yeah, and then now if you look at it, it's getting it pretty damn spot on. But it's been crazy because like even this year, there's been like 2-3 big updates for like Chat and Gemini. Yeah, and I mean, from what he's told me, because he's using it longer than me, and I bet you have too. It's like in the last if you look at a benchmark in a year, there's such changes and developments that it's just like. It's hard to wrap your brain around,
It is, yeah. Even when I got first introduced for like Claude Code. Yeah. So when it first came out, it was just more like, oh, this is just a CLI tool. Yeah. So like a CLI tool lives in your terminal. Yeah. And then you like you just ask it normally like a regular chat. Be like, hey, can you fix this component for me? Yeah. And then the first time I tried it, I was like, I'm fucking hooked.
Yeah.
So like automatically right off the rip, like first iteration, be like, hey, fix this component, done. And it was like, hey, can you go over here and just make it look a little bit more modern, sleek? All right, no problem, done.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, it freaking blew my mind away. And that's when I was like, okay, I could 10x my project now.
Yeah.
And that's how I 10x my project
That's crazy,
from NPC chat.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely areas in every place that AI has a hand in. Like
It does.
I would say like in terms of like entertainment, that's where it kind of gets a little touchy because with the music, I mean, like AI with music, a lot of people are against it. I kind of am at some point, but I know that I've used AI before, but not in the way people think. Like use AI for, the more mechanical side of things, like voice recognition or background noise removal or mastering, and that's the stuff that people don't talk about when they're thinking about AI. They're literally thinking of someone just typing a prompt in it for making a song, which that is a thing. But I feel like if you're saying that, oh, you're totally against AI, you're against a certain portion of it. You're not totally against it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But you're just like you're just like saying no to AI altogether when you don't even know it's already a part of a lot of stuff that we do. And I feel like if you're not really about it, I mean, there are some things you got to watch out for. But if you're not getting with it, then I feel like you're kind of losing out on a lot of stuff,
Yeah, it is a big side of like creativity too that it enhances it. I think it's just more the enhancement, honestly. Yeah. And then, like you said, you can start that template and just build off of it right away.
Yeah.
You don't have to like be too creative in the weaves with it.
Yeah.
You could act fast, basically. So let's say I wanted to create a website for your sound engineer.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll make you one for your DJ set. Yeah. And then let's say I created that within 6 months, or let's just say 3 months or whatever. Usually that would take me that long, but if I just throw it into like a little chat GPT thing, it'll come out with like an actual one within like less than 2 minutes.
That's
and then wild. You could be like, hey, did you like this one? No? All right, let's trash it. And then we could just keep throwing better iterations at it that you like, And I think that's where it's useful.
I feel like it's not necessarily like people's losing jobs.
Yeah.
It's more of like your jobs are changing. Like the descriptions of what you got to do and how to do it. Yeah. You kind of have to evolve with it. And it's like, you're going to still do the same things. You're just going to do them differently.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, like accounting, I think definitely coding now, it's for sure taken over. It's just gotten its hands in everything, but it's just making it easier for the CEO, I think. And they're making more money. But like you said, it's going to redistribute all jobs for people across the world.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna want to get a job, you might as well
learn it.
Yeah, because it's just like anything. Like back in high school, you're like, oh well, I don't want to learn how to do business communications. But think about it. A lot of people that I know, they do their own business, and it's you got to know that,
Yeah, that's one thing too. I wanted to do this year was like create my own business, and that's part of it too. Is like, I feel like you have to evolve with this to create your own business in a way.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. You might as well use something that's going to benefit you than just to like be like sour and stubborn about it, because you're just going to be
left behind.
Yeah, and then you want to, especially in industries like this, you want to have that edge as much as possible.
Yeah.
And if you're going to like negate something that's going to help you with that, then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
That's true, yeah. It kind of blows out that creativity part a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though you could, but it, like I said, it's just the enhanced advantage overall.
Yeah, like definitely. Like, I mean, obviously there's like what we talked about, the puppy dancing or making a song from like whatever. But I feel like that's kind of more like,
that's like the AI slop. That's what they're calling it. I don't know if you heard of that term yet. Yeah. So it's like AI slop.
It's just like whatever. It's just like anything like back in the day where like on Vine or something. It's like, it's not film or it's not something crazy groundbreaking. It's just like a little dumb video, or like something silly.
I think it's just people just like business people just throwing shit to the wall and just seeing if it sticks. You know? And some of it's weirdly sticking.
Yeah, like my instructor at the academy. It's funny. People were like, "Oh, this is AI." Like on his comments, this is AI slop. This is da 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 da. But it's the thing that got the most views.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Don't sleep on it, honestly.
Because it's a big tool. Like you said, like
Yeah.
it streamlined his whole thing of being able to like make a video of like an animated character. Because he's not an animation person, but like he was able to like just pump stuff out just to keep his brand going, you know?
Yeah.
And it helps a lot of people that can't really afford like or like they don't know how to do like basic animation or whatever. Not saying it's gonna replace them, but it does help a niche like individual person that was already gonna do it by themselves, you know?
Yeah. Like instead of hiring someone, you could just be like, hey, let me just see if this one works, like this thing works, and then if it does, it works. You know?
I'm pretty sure if you get better and you're getting more money, you're gonna hire someone because it has a threshold of how consistent it can get characters. Because I've seen it like where you summarize a thread and you do it again. Even then, it's not gonna get everything exactly right.
That's very true.
So the recall of it it's like hit or miss sometimes. Sometimes you get it, but it's a big like gamble. But I say if you use it as like a way to what's the word I'm here?
I'd say like just basically another replacement for your help since you can't afford it in the moment, you know? Like it's a good drop-in replacement.
Yeah.
That's what
it's great at making like a sketch of an idea.
Yeah.
And then from there, I feel like if you were able to give like we use like, oh, I know exactly what I want to do, but like we don't have the right terminologies for each like individual industry. But if we're able to like sketch something out with AI because we talk with it a lot, it can get us. And then we're actually able to show an artist, hey, I made this. Can you do this, but like better? They're like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And it's better because you already have like a starting off point. But before, you would have just came in with nothing. You know?
Yeah, you would never came up with anything.
Yeah.
And you would try to recreate it, and then that person would try recreating that one that you made.
Because how many times that there's been talented artists out there that can do your work, but they just don't know what you want because you can't translate it well.
Yeah, that's true. Like the miscommunication in between. And you're trying your best.
Even with like people I've worked with, like for like when I mix their stuff, or I've done it in the past, or made it like something a beat for them. Sometimes, even though like I feel like I'm really good at listening to them, sometimes if it's something that I'm not really familiar with in type like a genre or something, sometimes I don't understand exactly what they're saying, or they're like, oh, can you make this like colored this way, or can you make this sound like a weird word that I wouldn't normally know, but in their mind it made sense. But if you were able to like bring me something like, oh, I made something with, you know, and I mastered it with like AI or something, but can like I want you to mix it, but and I'm like, all right, let me listen to it. And I listen to the reference. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it now. And then from there, I mean, like, boom, I can mix it how you want me to, but just sounding better. And
more
then
enhanced
that
version.
Kills like hours of just guessing and checking and sending back mixes and stuff like that.
That's what it is. It takes out the guesswork.
Yeah, because they already have they already were able to sketch their idea out with AI.
Yeah,
and then you take that as a professional, whatever artist, animator, filmmaker, and just like run with it and actually cut out that dead time. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because there is a lot of dead time where you're trying to like come up with that idea, but you can't. You know, and I feel like. Yeah, that's like you said, AI, that's where it helps in, fills in as much as possible.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's never, I always, whoever asks, I always say it's not a replacement. It's more of a
tooling.
Yeah, a tool for redundant things that would normally take hours of your time.
Yeah, just like email.
Yeah.
Like email.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of use cases.
Yeah.
And like, it's crazy because a lot of the newer stuff, they're kind of rebranding some stuff. I've noticed.
Yeah.
So for example, like if you go to Spotify, it used to be Smart Shuffle.
Oh yeah.
Now it's AI Shuffle.
Yep.
So some of it's rebranded.
Yeah.
But some of it's also tools that were already kind of out there. They just made it more better.
Yeah.
And like facial recognition. I remember, I'd say with Python, there was a library that you could do facial recognition.
Okay.
And then now they have it for almost everything, like for cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Like these cameras right here, they basically have it.
Or phones. We unlock our phones with our face.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like smart rebranding in a way, but some of the tools are there. I think now they're way better overall.
Oh, for sure. Like, I would say, like, I mean, I'm a person that knows that whatever we get has been tested for so many years.
Yeah.
But they finally give it to us.
Yeah.
But
just
even then,
late.
like, you're thinking about it, like, they've been spending years like perfecting something, and then when that next thing comes out, it should work perfectly. I mean, it never does, but if we actually take a step back to look at it, we're like, damn, we made a lot of progress.
Yeah. Just think about like the Meta Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
That's some crazy ass
That
technology.
is crazy. And it's
like,
in almost a lot. There more brands are doing it now too.
Yeah, they're everyone's trying to jump on that train. Yeah. I think Apple will too eventually.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it, and it's been really cool to get videos, especially like say like when I DJ. It's really cool because I don't sometimes like I'm not really like gonna want to set up a whole ass camera.
Yeah.
You know, or because it's either gonna be A in the way, or B it's gonna get jacked up by like whoever's around me.
Yeah, dancing around.
Or I forget because sometimes you barely make it on time. You know.
Yeah.
So for me to have the glasses and just boop and then record, and then just while I'm doing stuff, I don't have to keep checking them. I mean, whatever I'm seeing is picking up. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's awesome. And then before we like forget about the AI thing. Stems like with DJing has been a big game changer, because before you had to have like your own.
Before that, what is stems?
Stems?
Yeah.
Okay, so stems is pretty much what it kind of like. I mean, okay, so in mixing and all that means the individual tracks. So the drum track, the vocal track, the bass track, or like a rhythmic type of like supporting harmony track.
Yeah.
So what AI when it came around, and they've tested it, and it's gotten better and better to the point where back in the day, to get like an acapella or to get just a beat, you had to like do a weird face canceling thing where you're literally getting a vocal, and then you have to like somehow isolate it out with a whole bunch of different processes, and then like invert the phase so it's like at a different
wavelength.
Like part of the way, like it's like you flip it. So then when it plays again against the original track, it will cancel out the vocals. So that's like hours of just work.
Yeah, I could just imagine.
And
just
then
hours of.
The only other way is if you actually hit up studios and you ask for, hey, can we get the acapella for this track? And more often than not, I mean, you're gonna get a no answer or a no, because they're hella busy.
Or you have to pay a lot, I'm assuming.
Or like, and also you pay for DJ pools, which, you know, I'm not saying it's like getting rid of it, but say if you wanted to do something your own, you had to just stick with whoever made it. Like you can't do anything more other than maybe do like a scratch or something. But what Stems does is that any track you put in, and the only I'm gonna put a like little caveat here. The only streaming service you can do Stems with at this moment, I believe, is Tidal, which I have. But everything else, any audio that you own, you put through there. When you're playing a song, you can literally, the AI will scan it while you're playing it, and it'll literally, if you hit a button, it'll cut out the vocals. Hit a button, it'll cut out the drums. Hit a button, it will cut out the melody or the bass.
That reminds me of like the little Kanye thing they made.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly what it is. It's a stem player.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So it used that same technology, but even now it's even gotten better.
That's dope.
Like with companies like Serato and Rekordbox and Tractor, they've all done their own version of it, and a lot of music production workstations, they have their own version of it too now. And also there's a lot of like La La La. I forget, I probably misspoke that, but that was a separate website that would stem split it for you, but they would use their own AI to split it for you. But now the fact that you can do it like on your computer in real time is just like, it's a game changer, you know?
Yeah, like you could basically be your own person of that, and
you remix the track however you want it. So there's no excuse
to not do
to not have your sets sounding the same every time, because like it's literally like, oh man, I like back in the day, I only had an acapella of like, I don't know, like
probably one or two of those. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, back then you had to have whatever you wanted to mix, but now you don't have to carry all those separate ones unless if you like the way someone did it. You can do your own version of it on the spot, and it literally brings out, like I said, it takes away a lot of the technical or like time consuming stuff. Yeah, and it just cuts you to just being creative
right away, instantly. Right away, yeah,
right away, and it's amazing. Like
that's a big game changer for you, honestly.
Oh yeah, big time.
Have you used it? You said during DJing?
Oh, all the time. Like every time I go out, like every other track, like I cut out like and it's crazy because now they even have like effects to where they're able to fade out the vocals like or like echo out the vocals.
That's dope.
Just by hitting a button, and then from there, or you can even like have your instead of having EQ like knobs, you can like map those EQ knobs to cut out certain parts of the song like the vocals. Like you can like cut out like the vocal like that
Instantly. Just like a.
And that's like more hands-on stuff like that. But like I can cut out the beat of one song and bring in another beat of another song.
Do you mix it on the fly? Like,
oh yeah, I do.
Like, let's say if you had these headphones on.
Yes.
Do you like whatever is playing out? Do you have that playing out and then mixing it in the headphones, or?
So I usually what I have is like for mixing, I have the song playing, and then on my headphones I have the silent cue of the next track coming in. So I kind of like usually scratch it in, or like I hit the cue button of where it's gonna come in, and I preview it so I can hear what's song playing for everyone else, and I hear what's coming next to my headphones. So then I hear it, I'm like, all right, that sounds good. You get it like matched right and all that, and then like I'm literally like, there's so many mixes that DJs have in their headphones that no one will ever hear.
Yeah.
Just because like sometimes like, oh my god, it hit perfectly in your head and you're hearing it. But for some reason, someone comes up to you and they say, hey, can you make an announcement?
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, or you get distracted, or someone, like some weird whatever happens, or someone's like, oh, can you play a birthday song? Or someone, or like maybe the club owner or someone comes up to you, is like, hey, can you play this song? Or can you, like
a special request, basically, yeah.
So there's so many mixes in your head that a DJ hears that go crazy.
Yeah, because you're like, your brain's freaking firing on the spot.
Oh,
you're like, yeah, okay, I know this one works. All right, I know this next one works. And then someone comes up, hey, can you do a little birthday song for me?
Or can you play Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, Miley Cyrus.
You're like, what? Oh, all right. Or like, it's,
hey, can you play some Sabrina Carpenter?
For real. It's like, damn, okay, yeah, whatever. But yeah.
Do you listen to some of the suggestions, or do you,
yeah. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm speaking for myself. I'm a person to where, like, if it fits the vibe, I'll play it, and I'll find a way to mix it in. Because for me, that's more of a challenge, and it keeps me like going mentally. And yeah, because if I'm not, I'm just playing the same like loop like set of songs all over again, and I'm like, I'm not really learning anything. Like, I feel like if you take requests with a grain of salt, though, like you don't want to freaking take everything. Like some of the requests are like way out there, but if you take something like, oh, that makes sense, you remember that and you add it in your crate, like, oh, that was a great song that I didn't know about, or I forgot because it's been so much time, and then I keep that and I remember it, and I would have never had that had I not listened to a request. And then with the stems, I'm able to mix it in a little better than on the fly because I just got that request. Yeah. Because before I'm like, well, I don't have it, or I don't have an acapella for that, so I don't know how I'm gonna attack it. But now you're like, all right, well, let me get the BPM right there. I can even stream it, and then use stems that way. And I know a lot of DJ Pierce out there probably screaming at me, but hey, man, if you're getting booked and you're getting paid and people like you, that's it for the end of the day. Because you're gonna get invited back to many places if you're gonna do that. Like there's been times where I feel like I didn't do the great mixing wise, because you have off days, or it's just kind of a tough crowd. But then someone's like, hey, can I get your card? Or hey, you did dope, we want you back. There's been countless times like that, and
that's probably like the most rewarding thing.
Oh, too. Yeah, you're like, damn, okay. And then like 80% of the time, because
you probably go in doubting yourself. You're like, I
don't know if I'm my worst critic. Like I'm like, I know, and there's so many like with DJing, you kind of don't want to like admit that you made a mistake, because if you go, oh, I made a mistake, then they'll be like, oh, something happened wrong, or what,
they can see that.
Yeah, you want to like fake it as much as you can in terms of like, if you made a mistake, you don't want to like show people that you made a mistake. Exactly. Because most often than not, they're not gonna know. Unless if you're a DJ, there's some DJs out there like, oh, you made a mistake. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that means I'm mixing for real. I'm mixing. Unless if it's some weird like sloppy mistake that you could have avoided. But if it's like something like, oh, the mix didn't mix right, or like was barely off a little bit, it happens. That means you're actually doing something.
You're learning from it too.
Yeah,
because it's all a learning experience at the end of the day too. Like the first gig you do, you're like, you feel like you have imposter syndrome. Oh yeah. And then you do it, and then they hit you with that like, oh, can you come back? You're like, oh shit, I really did it.
Yeah, like I guess I'm okay.
Like I had the confidence to do it. So yeah,
like because like even till this day, I feel like any show or anything you do, if you don't feel nervous before doing it, I mean, not saying like nervous like where, oh my God, I'm gonna have a panic attack. I mean, like nervous in the way like you get little butterflies.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get that, then you're doing something wrong.
That's how I felt before I came in this.
Yeah,
a little bit.
It's like you're doing something that is
it's
worthwhile.
out of your comfort and in a worthwhile way, you know.
Yeah.
And you're just trying it out
because you're stimulating yourself in a way because you're so
used to a routine in a way where you're not used to doing that, and you're getting out of your discomfort zone. Yeah, where you're trying something new and you're just like, I have the skills to do it. Just tune that in and focus on that.
Yeah, and I feel like if that feeling goes away, then it's to the point where you're not even doing it for the right reasons, or it became a routine.
It became a routine, you know? Where you feel like you're probably doing it for more of the money, or I don't know.
It's not. There's no more excitement anymore. If you don't have butterflies or that weird feeling, like it's to the point where you're just like you're not pushing yourself enough. You're not taking enough risks because I think that comes with like doing mixing on the fly. There's a lot of chances for me messing up the mix. Yeah. But the weird thing is that the more you do it, I mean, there's gonna be mistakes no matter what, but it's gonna be a mistake that no one else ever heard.
That's true, yeah, and it's gonna be unique to you at the end of the day,
and to them because they're like to them like they never heard that before, and then most often not they're like, oh, well, that was probably a part of the plan. You're like, yeah, you
just go with it, yeah, and usually that little mistake could be also like a moment for you, you know, that's like super creative and. It wasn't supposed to happen, but hey, that's part of what it is.
Or it brings another idea of like, oh, that I almost had it, and I just needed to refine it.
That's true, yeah.
It's something like where it was almost attainable, but if I take the time now to refine it, it'll be even better the next time. Yeah. But if you never took that leap of faith to begin with, then
you would never know.
No, you will never grow. You will
never grow. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
All of it is just like a learning experience and just diving a little bit deeper and deeper each time and taking those risks. Yeah, I think that's what it is, just taking more risk.
Like, I feel like whatever you've done, like, I'm pretty sure you were like, at times you're like, what the hell am I doing? Yeah. like, I mean, just me, like, I could never comprehend to do coding, and you learn how to do it hella fast. And
no, it took me a little bit. It took me. I self-taught myself. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
It all started when my son was born. I was like, I was probably 5 years into my job, and I got the plaque, and I was like, what have I been doing with my time? Yeah, like this company pays good. They take care of me good, but I was like, I just need a career change. Yeah, and most of my life has just been focused on responsibilities and bills, and I'm like, I need to make this shift to something I want to do and I love. And that's what I did. And then I was like, let's start off with coding. Let's just see how this is. Because one day, one of my coworkers came up to me. He's like, hey, this person is training people within this company. If you want to try it out. And I was like, fuck it. I'll take the leap of faith. Yeah. The leap of faith, for real. Yeah. And then I stood with it for a little bit. It was hard. This is before AI tools a little bit. Okay. And I was just like, I fucking hate this. Yeah. I fucking hate it. I was just banging my head on the keyboard every day. And I'm like, man. I don't understand it. Yeah. And then all the AI tools came around. And then I was like, hey, let me just copy and paste this into here. Boop.
It worked.
It worked. It fucking worked. And then I was like, all right, let's just keep going. And honestly, it helped me understand it a lot better.
That's dope. I mean,
from there, I just went hard. Like, I was like, hey, how do you get into a terminal? Like do you know what the terminal is or no?
It's like where you pull up the little black screen. Yeah. It's like more like under the hood of asking the computer what to do, right?
Exactly, yeah. It's more like the direct way.
It's scary. It looks scary, man.
It does look scary. It's not too bad, honestly. Yeah. It's more the commands. No, actually, let me run that back. So it was cool. The guy gave me $200. Oh, damn. The guy that was training me, he's like, hey, I'll give you $200. Yeah. If you use this $200, go get yourself a Mac. And at the time, I just bought myself a gaming PC. Yeah. I was like, fuck. I just spent $3,000 on a gaming PC. And I was like, fuck. All right. Damn. All right. I'll do it. You know, I went out there. I bought that MacBook Pro that I have now. You see me using it. Honestly, it was probably the best investment. And I learned Mac from there, and then
okay.
I was just trying to get used to it, and I ended up finding out like a lot of stuff for code is done on Mac.
Oh, really?
It's more optimized for Mac.
Okay.
And then from there, I went hard on just learning a little bit of the terminal stuff, and then because it's part of the tool set of what you do.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was like, all right, let me learn Linux.
Yeah.
And then he gave me, do you know what a Raspberry Pi is?
Yeah, the little boxes.
Yeah, it's like a little computer board, size of a credit card.
Damn.
And he was using it for mining, so it was helium mining. And then I parted it because at the time, I think you couldn't get those boards. Everything was on back order.
Oh, okay.
So it was very hard to get a hold of one. So I just parted it from like a helium miner, and then I just turned it into, I just flashed it with a little micro SD card of Raspberry Pi.
Damn.
And then that's how I learned Linux from there. And Linux is like basically what the world runs on at the end of the day. Like all these little microchips is all Linux.
Damn.
And no one doesn't really know that.
That's crazy.
You would expect it to be Windows, not Mac really, but more Windows. But no, it's all Linux.
Isn't like, well, from what I understood, like way back when I was like in, I think right before high school, Linux is like almost an operating system for computers.
Yeah, it is. And what it is just more, it's more like free. Like you can do whatever the hell you want with it.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, you could make it do some crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
But it's just it's free software. So that's why a lot of the companies for like all the servers and stuff,
Yeah.
they all run Linux.
That makes sense.
And it's free. So that's why
You can't beat that.
you can't. And yeah, just learn how to navigate that stuff. And once I got used to that, I jumped between like all three softwares.
Damn.
And it just fine-tuned my skills over time. And it's just every day hacking at something, and just,
Yeah.
I think the idea is just more putting effort into it, and just slowly like working that mind of yours, and
Yeah.
be more creative. And I think that's what led me down the path of like creating more shit.
Yeah.
And like I try getting a job now, and it's freaking hard.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was like, I've been trying to get a software job for a while.
Yeah.
With all the projects I've been putting out, and fucking nothing.
That's crazy.
But
You've been doing stuff, man. It's only, I mean, I would say like you would have a better like resume than some other people that are coming at it fresh, but like no one's like getting a job.
Yeah, and I went down like a path of like reading lots of books.
Okay.
And more business books, because I was interested in figuring out like how do these people like Elon Musk and stuff come up with these ideas.
Yeah.
And most of it's like a problem and you find a solution.
Okay.
And I got bored to the point with like coding where I was just coming up with like, hey, let me just make this tutorial for something of how to make Mario, and that's not original.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, let me just go all in and learn how making a chat GPT is.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a new hip thing that's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, like, how do tokens work?
Yeah.
And tokens is basically like the output of words.
Uh-huh.
So every time you prompt it, you're like, hey, what's the output of words? And it charges you per output of words.
Yeah.
So
So
that's,
and then a lot of people don't know, like, if you,
yeah.
I feel like if you're trying to do work in, like, if you're just talking to a chat bot, that's something different.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're trying to actually get work done, it seems kind of like rude, but you kind of have to be like straight to the point with less words as possible, right?
I'd say no. You have to give more context.
Well, I mean, other than that, like, you don't want to play, hey, chat, can you, like, you don't want to be conversational.
Yeah.
You want it to
be more direct to the point of
but you want to have that context so it gets you what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of people are like talking it to like a friend.
Yeah.
And it wastes a lot of tokens.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you waste through your prompts a lot quicker.
Yes.
So you want to be more direct, like you're saying, like that.
Yeah. But I would for sure say like the context, you want to give it as much, like you want to be more cold.
Yeah. You want to be more straightforward about
Yes.
whatever you're gonna like do creatively.
Yeah, it's not, you're not talking to a friend, you're talking to an assistant.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like a work thing, you know?
Yeah, like treat it like your work assistant in a way.
Yeah, because you don't, like, I mean, you're good, like they say back in the day. Like, it's still true nowadays, time is money.
Yeah.
So you don't want to waste time, like, adding extra words that don't have to be there just because you want to sound friendly.
Like,
know?
one way I've heard people use it is, like, they'll say, hey, be like, hey, this worked out, cool.
Yeah.
And then you just put the word, thanks, at the end.
Oh, yeah.
You wasted tokens right there.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't, like, people, like, that are not, like, they don't work with it enough. You don't pick up on that until, like, you go down the rabbit hole and you start learning, like, you have to save resources because you just killed someone's freaking water source for that. Thanks.
You did, yeah. Just for saying thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. Perfect.
Yeah. I also learned that like in chat, when you go on the phone, I mean, I learned so much like in a short amount of time. But if you wanted to make a change on like, say I do a lot of like image generation, right?
Yeah.
So it's better to literally, click on the image and there's a little bar on the bottom that says like, any, like, I forget what it says, but it's literally like you can make a change to that prompt. So you don't have to re-prompt it. And I feel a lot of people just tokens there.
I think yeah, you do, but also it's good to see the different iterations of like the responses, and you can kind of choose which one you want yourself. It's like between the first and second image. Yeah, and then you'd be like, hey, I think I like second maybe. Yeah, and you just question a little bit, and then
for sure though, like with edits, like if you're gonna re-prompt it, it's like, oh, can you take out that tree? I feel like if you go on the actual picture and just say take out the tree, I think you're getting charged less words because it's reusing the initial prompt. Yeah. But if you re-prompt it again, it's treating it as like a whole new prompt that you asked it. So you're kind of wasting the resources there. But definitely if you're like doing a lot of like initial creation, you want to do a lot of re-prompts because you're making something that from like almost like from scratch. I mean, everything's recalled from something, but from scratch from there.
And you're like slowly fine tuning it to what you need it to be.
Yeah, for sure. But I would say like when you're editing the photo, I think once you're doing that, I feel like you already kind of had the concept ready to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But damn, it's like it's crazy because I think right now I have. Because I use I do a lot of image generation, so it uses a lot of resources.
Yeah, that's a lot of resources.
Well, because like we're doing a lot of stuff for like if we're working for like an ad agency or creating ideas, but I had to have chat, I had Gemini, Claude.
Yeah, all the different models.
Just because like you run out of like credits
on one of them, and you're like, all right, I got to go to the next one.
Yeah. But the cool thing is that once you download the photo and you feed like another chatbot the photo. And with extra prompts with it, or even a summarized prompt with the other one, it does pretty good.
Yeah, like recreating that same image similar.
You would think like, oh, like, because like back in the day, our brains are like, oh, you can't put a PlayStation disc in an Xbox game, it's not going to work. But if you put a picture that was made in another chat and the summarized thing, it does a pretty dang good job of like getting it going.
Yeah, it does. That's actually a good analogy, honestly.
Yeah.
Like putting the freaking PlayStation disc in the Xbox.
Yeah, because like that's like oh, that doesn't work. Or
that
like,
would never work.
Or like using like back in the day before everything became USB-C, using the iPhone charger for the Android, like it doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all.
Yeah, but it's I feel like, and especially it's true with it's cool with what you did too, because you have several chatbots that a lot of these things, if you use them right, they work really well with each other.
They do, yeah.
And sometimes you can, especially when the updates happen, you can see that some things have better strengths than other things. Yeah. So say if you're really stuck on something with one chatbot, sometimes you can just summarize it and then take like big medias and feed it to another one, and it'll do your job. It'll do exactly what the other one couldn't.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about those. That's why I always tell people like probably the leading models. Right. All right.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Little Mother Nature was like, hey, you guys got to take a little 5-minute break there.
You got to take a little water break.
Yeah. It's like, you need this. Here, let me topple this little light over a little bit.
We don't need it.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, what are we talking about? What were we AI, right?
Yeah, we're talking about AI.
That's a big theme of this episode, I would say, of this podcast.
Yeah, unexpectedly, too.
I know. It just happened. I mean, it's a big part of how everything is moving now. I mean, we've said it before. It's very, it's something that you shouldn't like avoid. And even if you're scared about it, it's better to be informed. And if you're still scared, at least you know what it's about.
What it does. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Because if you're scared about it and you know what it does, at least you know you're somewhat informed. And obviously it is kind of scary if you really think about it. But I mean, I feel like it takes a lot of fear is not knowing, and I feel like the more you know, the less you're gonna be afraid. And you might end up like I would have never, me in 1,000 years taking this class, I would have never have like thought I'm gonna be using AI as much as I do. Yeah. Now I'm like, damn, I used it to like make playlists. I used it to like make album art. I mean, not saying that it's going to replace
those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I can't afford to pay someone else
Yeah.
at the moment. If I could, I would.
Mhm.
But I feel like it really benefits the individual, like
the individual
creator.
person. Yeah, the individual creator. At the end of the day.
Because like even how my stuff came out, I still feel it could have been a lot better had someone else taken that concept and did it like
fine tuned it to that.
exactly.
Your liking exactly.
Yeah.
But you just roll with it you got, you know?
I mean, right now, you know, we're not making any money out of this right now, but
we're not. We're just enjoying it.
But yeah, if I feel like that's like a good way to like look at it. Like if you're using it this way, it's okay. But if you're like a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar company and you're using it, then you're just being an asshole.
Yeah. That's what most of these fucking companies are doing.
Yeah,
it's just more greed, bro.
I'm like, hey, it's like we're gonna cost some like, but you like I feel like the more like since we've used it, I'm pretty sure you said this too that we notice it. We can pick it up a lot better now.
Quicker, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, they used AI. I could tell.
Yeah, you could tell on some parts. You're like, oh yeah, this is for sure. But it's not bad.
No,
I think how you blend it in, it shouldn't.
But you keyword blend. Like someone had to literally take that and work with it. Still, it wasn't 100% AI. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Because even like when people were like going back to music, and a lot of people don't like AI music.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are against it.
Yeah, I don't like it being like for like like again with the companies. A lot of companies are using AI to make hit songs.
Yeah,
but that is hella shady.
That is, yeah.
But using AI to help you sketch out like some lyrics, or like to help you like think of like some rhyme schemes, or even help you like, you know, make something that normally wouldn't have been sounding great, you know.
Yeah, that you would never really think of.
Yeah, that's okay. I feel like that's okay. Or, you know, and even then, like when I listen to like some beats that have some AI in it, I can tell. Just because I've listened to so many things that
music over time,
you can tell. There's like still like some little like artifacts and hallucinations in there, even in the sound.
Yeah,
and I can pick it up. But I mean, there are some people that are using it for like a melody, but then they build everything else around it and they sing on it themselves and they write their own lyrics. If you really look at it, it's only like a small portion of it that's AI.
Yeah, it's probably like
it was just to get the ball rolling. Because think about it.
Yeah.
A lot of songs that are popular, they're samples of other songs.
They are. That's true.
So what's the difference of using a little piece of AI in a song? Not saying the whole thing AI. I'm just saying using AI in
sampling.
A piece.
Yeah.
Exactly, to get it going.
That's what Kanye is good for.
Yeah.
He basically samples everything, and then he freaking he just has that fucking creative mind.
You don't even know it's a sample until like someone really like studied
it. Yeah,
and
like isolates
found
that.
it, you know.
Yeah.
But even then you're like, damn, that's like not even the same thing anymore.
It isn't. Yeah, it's completely like a spin 180 of it.
Oh yeah. And I feel like that takes a lot more talent than just like taking that little drum loop and then putting it over your song and then just putting a couple of notes on there and then rapping over it and calling it a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like doing that, being more creative with that, it's more worthwhile and it's actually a better product.
It is, yeah.
Because I mean, no diss to any like, I'm probably gonna freaking like cancel it, but no diss to like any like local artists. But you guys can do a lot better. You guys, and some of them have real talent, but they just stick to what they know. They don't really push themselves in a way that they can be better, or you know, their songs are they sound a lot similar. They sound really similar to everyone else's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I get it. It's like hype, but you can take that and do way better with it.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember like IMC used to just do the same beat hella times and then just barely tweak it.
Yeah.
No hate on him, but
I mean, I get it. Like that's like what you have, but it gets really boring, you know?
Yeah, it could get too repetitive over time.
And then, I mean, when someone plays your songs, it's like, okay, well, which one? And you're like, well, that's if you're like if you're a super fan, you'll know the difference. But as like a casual listener, you're like, it all sounds the same to me.
Similar, yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't say that's not being educated. I mean, I guess obviously if you really want to like give the artist some time to actually like give them the time of day to listen to it, you should.
Yeah.
But if it all sounds the same, it just makes it harder for like a listener, if you're not 100% about it, to get into you know?
Yeah, yeah. especially between different albums too, and it just
Yeah.
keeps repeating. Yeah.
Yeah, just like think of artists. I mean, and it's crazy. People don't know, but songs, especially the hit songs, it's not just one person. It's like a whole team of people. Like it's like 10, 15, 20 people,
Mm-hmm.
and they help with like some aspect of the song. And that's why some songs are just like, how do they do that? Like it wasn't just them, it was them, some other people, and some other people that they asked. And it's like they're people that they hit up, you know, and then that's and it makes sense. Like if you have 10 people working on a song, I damn hope sure it's gonna be a good song, you know?
For real, yeah. And think about that, like overall I could see where the team of people like come in and actually make it a good ass song.
Even if it's like a producer and an artist, that's only 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
It's only gonna be, unless if you guys are freaking really, really dialed in and really good, it's gonna be hard.
It is. Yeah.
You know, I feel like AI can help you if you're blocked like that. If you're just 2 people or 1 person,
get you past that like creative block.
Yeah, and it's cool because like, say if you're like a local artist and you do like the simple stuff to start off with, but then later on your stuff evolves and gets better because you got more money to put into making your songs better. That's something that you can really tell, and it's awesome because you're like, oh, remember their first songs were like this, and then now, oh shit, they're masterpieces now.
Yeah, they evolved in something better.
Because they put the time and effort in the craft, and they got their resources and their money, and they met more people that were down with what they're doing.
Knew what they were doing too.
Yeah, and then you could tell like
this guy. This guy knows, he knows what he's doing.
No, I mean, I still have a ways to go, but just like take an artist like Kali Uchis. Her first songs were, a lot of them were like cover songs that she rap, like kind of like rap over, and then now she has full blown like orchestration song, like craziness, and everyone starts from somewhere. Like you start smaller because you don't have a lot of money.
That's true, yeah,
and experience,
and you're just working with whatever tools you got.
Exactly. So don't knock yourself too much because like everyone kind of started like that. They don't tell you because they don't want to show all the behind the scenes. They want people that, especially like the companies, like the record companies, or like, you know, certain people, they want you to see the finished product. But before it was like, it wasn't like that before. And I feel like not enough light gets shined on that, because you think about it, Kanye, when you first hear him, like, oh yeah, Kanye, you know, he's Kanye. We're going to cancel for saying his name too many times, but it's just an example. Yeah. Like back in the day, he put in a lot of work, or even Frank Ocean, he put a lot of work in the ghostwriting stuff, and years of just being the person in the background. But then once he actually had enough resources and enough people and a team to get his idea from here onto there, and he had the right amount of like money, like, you know, to throw out, or you know, an allure from the company to get money to make an album. When he finally did it, it was amazing.
It was a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, but it took a long time to get there.
It does, yeah.
But the fact that he made the steps, but like any artist makes the steps and progresses because they want to get better. But it does take money. It does take time. It does take experience. But I feel like if you kind of like lock yourself in that little niche, it gets kind of boring, and it's like.
Yeah, I feel like if you're doing it for someone else sometimes for a long time, it just feels like you're blocked. Like there's like a creative block. And then I feel like once you start doing it for yourself, it's like more rewarding. And you could see your own potential like grow, 10x.
Yep.
You know, like me with camera stuff, I didn't know any of that shit. And then I slowly just started learning it every day, just practicing.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. 1, 2, 3.
3 cams here, yeah.
You got the lights up in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's with anything. Like at first you're going to suck. It's not going to look the greatest.
Yep.
But you just got to keep on.
You just got to keep on pushing through it.
Yeah.
And just believe, and just have that fucking good imposter syndrome that like, I know I can do it. And
exactly.
Eventually some shit's going to land, you know?
Yeah. And you know, you get more money as time goes on because everyone has to work. Then you can reinvest and get better equipment, and make everything, you know, that you wanted to make from the beginning now, because you actually do have the resources and the team. Because I'm pretty sure like without like this, like it's hard to do this all by yourself. When you have another person or several people,
Yeah.
you're able to make things like
Yeah, like think about it when I have to do this afterwards. Like,
yeah,
I have to go over here. All right, I got to put your audio from your thing, and then also I got to edit it. It's gonna take me maybe a week or two, and then it'll have a final product.
Yeah.
Or if you had a team of people, you could probably do that within this guy.
No, but like I say, like,
hey, you're part of the team, bro.
I'm the what's it called? I'm the backup guy. I'm the assistant. I'm number 2.
Dude,
2.
You're gonna be wonderful, bro.
All right, but no, like you said, like if you're doing everything by yourself, the audio, and even if you don't like doing audio, it's like daunting to you. Me, like I said, like I work with it all the time. So if you give it to me, and if you do all the cuts or whatever, like I can get the audio to sound great, and then all you gotta do is cut it to that. You know, that way everything's already locked. You know, so that way, like, oh man, like I gotta do processing. Like you give it to me or someone
like an expert.
Yeah,
that's
I wouldn't call myself an expert, but someone who has more, experience with it.
Yeah.
And then because you're like, oh, the audio doesn't sound that great, or for some reason there's some weird sounds going on. If you give it to someone else or someone that works into that, they take care of that, and then they bring it back to you, and then you have great audio. All you gotta do is like sync it up and then start cutting it, so that way it's like together.
It matches properly.
And that takes a lot of time away from like that frees up a lot of time for you.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
That gives me time to be like, hey, all right, now I could focus on, let's just say, questions for the podcast or questions for whatever it is.
And then it improves the show because you're allocating more resources to improve the show and
reinvesting it
to make it more interesting, to make it more engaging, rather than I got to work on the audio. I got to work on,
You're like giving each one of them 25% of you officially.
Exactly. But now since that 25% is taken by someone else helping you out, then you can allocate that other percentage on just like the more important parts, the fun parts.
You're more like automating the process.
Exactly.
That's literally how business works. That's crazy.
That's how AI works too. If you don't have someone, because even though there's so many people out in the world, it's hard to find someone. But when you do,
it's nice. And you have the money and resources to do it.
Yep.
It's well worth it, the investment, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you're just gonna help yourself grow a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest here, like when I started, I didn't have any mics. I didn't have any. Like I had one set of headphones. I had a Scarlett and whatever. And now, like as time goes on, like you reinvest, I was able to get like the right proper microphones or like stuff like that. And the same with you. Like you probably got the right lenses, the right type of cameras with the sensors that you like.
Yeah. A lot of it's just from hard work, honestly.
Yeah.
Like besides all this, like you have a main job.
Yeah.
Like yours is DJing.
Yeah.
Mine is I work, at a hospital.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like it's just a lot of getting to that point where you're like, okay, I could finally afford this just to start out. And then whatever you have starting out, you just work with it, honestly. And you just make the best of it. And then eventually once you feel like you hit that level, then you should upgrade.
For sure.
And
like when you're comfortable enough to I hate to quote Jay-Z, but he says to never buy something unless if you can buy it like I think 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, then you're gonna be in debt.
Yep. You're gonna be indebted to the thing you thought you would invest in and do, and you just don't do it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm for sure in debt, but I'm in debt.
I think all of us are.
I mean, no, I mean, like in terms of like, I have things I got to pay off and all that. But a lot of the things that I'm paying off, it's worth it because they're things that I bought for, helping me make music or helping me create like compositions or new microphones for when I DJ. It's reinvestment. So it's some costs that I, instead of just seeing it like as like, this is this is like
the latest
my
tag.
Utilities. It's not a utility. It's more of like I'm paying this off because this is helping me out.
It's a tool to help you out to enhance your process.
And it's like I see the number. I'm like, damn, I owe whatever. But I'm like, but it's helping me out.
It is, yeah.
So in a sense, it's like it does cost money, but it's paying me back more than it costed me at the moment because I know like for a fact that later on I'm gonna be back up.
Yep. At the end of
And
the
I'm
day.
gonna have all the stuff to help me keep growing and becoming better than I was before.
That's very true. I agree with you.
So it's like, it sucks. It sucks to see like, you know, your bank account being hella small, but or like debit card or credit cards, like
You're like, fuck, I gotta pay
yeah,
this off this
exactly.
week.
But like, you're at a point now where it's like, oh shit, like damn, like I'm able to do what I want or doing better things because I did
set
that
out to
investment. I
do.
took that risk.
Yeah. You really just took that investment risk and
Yep.
you stood with it, you know?
Yeah.
And the main thing is like once you start liking it and not think of it from the perspective like you invested in it, but more the perspective like you actually like it and invested, it's the best combo, honestly.
Oh yeah, because like at the end of the day, money's money.
Yeah.
It's gonna come and go
All the time.
So what you do with that is what really matters.
How you move it and stuff. And
exactly.
Yeah.
And how you use that to better yourself. I mean, obviously we have like stuff to pay that everyone has to pay.
Yeah.
Like taxes and freaking utilities and this and that, mortgages, rent.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever you have left over, you know, or like, you know, you even have like your son.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of stuff that you pay for. It's like stuff for them and it's to better them.
Yeah, you're thinking about their future.
Yeah.
And like that's one thing I came into this too is like, what do I want to tell my son in the future? Like what I did.
Exactly.
And I want to be like, dude, I created this. Yeah. And I was able to make a revenue stream off of something that I actually do like, you know?
Yeah.
And it further enhances you to do better.
It pushes, it motivates you.
It motivates you.
Yeah, because like you, it's almost like you can, like doing something creative. It's almost like it, even if you're not making money off of it, it's like almost an instant like
dopamine hit. It
does because like, you see the end product so fast.
Yeah, it's a slow build up, but once you have that end product, dude, it's there and it's so rewarding in a way.
Because like if you go to work, like I used to look like no bag, but I used to work at a grocery store, and every day that I finished my shift, I'm like, I don't see what I did. I mean, I help people get their groceries, but I didn't see my imprint, or I didn't see like
the purpose behind
what my today's work resulted in.
Yeah,
it only resulted in money. It didn't result in anything more than that.
That's very true. And
I'm like, damn, it's like instead of like when I'm working on like, say if someone asked me to like mix their song or master their song, I like say if I got paid a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, I could listen back to him like I did this.
Yeah, like you have that name of yourself on it, and it's just more rewarding just to hear that. Yeah, and you're like, dude, it's crazy to look back and be like, dude, I actually created that.
Yeah, I mean,
I fucking did.
Look at your videos, man. Like I look at them, I'm like, and I watch them, like, damn, this dude really did it. He really did this stuff, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you see it too, because you're every time I ask you about it, or you show me, it's like you're always excited, which never lose that, man. That's awesome to see. Like it's
even
contagious.
For you too, yeah. And dude, that's the thing I try sharing with people too. Is like, hey, you could literally do shit outside of work. Yeah. You just got to rethink of time. Yeah. And like having a kid made me rethink of time. That's one thing that I'm thankful for. Like after, like we planned our son and everything, but at the same time, like just it made me rethink of how I should spend my time properly. Yeah. Because before, when you're like in your 20s and stuff, before having a kid, it's just like, oh fuck, I think I don't have enough time, and you're just out partying every day till like fucking 2, 3 a.m. and then you're hungover the next day, and you don't, you're still recovering from the hangover. Yeah. Where when you have a kid, you have a set schedule. Yep. You're like, hey, I got to wake up at 7 a.m. All right, I got to work at 8 to 1 or whatever, or 8 to 5. Yeah. All right, I only have a few hours after work to get real work done, which is something that you want, and that's what I'm doing now. And it just made me appreciate time a lot more.
Yeah, it's definitely like time management. It's a big skill to have.
It is, yeah.
Procrastination sucks.
Do you use like any time blocking stuff? Like,
what do you mean?
Google Calendar?
Like to like block out time for me to work on stuff?
Yeah.
Not. I mean, I should, but I kind of do more of like, because I know like my friends are always on Discord. Yeah. And so what I did for myself is I put my work computer in a separate spot than my leisure stuff. So I know I'll have no temptation
to play with that,
to do anything like that. I get work done and I get it done. And I put always in myself like, all right, it's like 8 o'clock. I'll take a break at like 10. And then if I'm really invested, I'm like, oh shit, it's already 11.
Yeah.
And it's like it more if you like kind of block it out and put little tiny milestones in your work.
Yeah.
You end up like not even. It's like damn, my time just like woo. It's like
it went by.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
But I was working though. It wasn't like I was wasting time. I was using it, working on it
wisely.
Exactly.
Yeah. And putting something that you wanted to put into.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have like big responsibilities that you do, like especially with a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure I would see you like that your tool that those like what is it? Google, what is it?
Which one?
The time blocking stuff?
Oh, like Google Calendar and
Yeah. So I would
Yeah.
say like that stuff if I was in your situation, that would help me a lot because you do have a hard stop time because you have to go to bed, we have to work. Or your kid has to go to bed. You can't be like talking hella loud. I don't because I don't have that. But I mean, I have that luxury of working a little longer.
Yeah.
But I feel like setting that time, like to know that all right, this is my work time. Whenever I end is whenever I end. But I gotta know that I start right now. I gotta start.
This the main thing is the hardest thing is starting.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because
so many cell phones distraction. Dude, like
you
it's so
procrastinate.
bad.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I'd be like, I could have had like a radio done.
Yeah.
But I got stuck on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's me too, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, but there are times where I'm like, all right, I just gotta like put this aside or put it somewhere else, not in front of me, and just like, all right, I'm at 30 seconds. I'm at like 3 minutes. Let me do this whatever, and I'll stop here. But more often than not, especially that's really true if you do something you really like.
Yeah.
You'll surpass that checkpoint.
That's one thing I'm afraid of some days is like once I fucking open up the editor for like coding or if I open it up for fucking the software.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Yeah.
There's some days I just get afraid to be like, dude, I'm really locked in.
Yeah. No,
what did I do?
Yeah.
but
it's for something that it's worthwhile and it's something you like to do because there's no way you're going to be locked in if it's something that you hate.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, once I'm in, like, I forget about time. Like, I literally forgot about it. Dude, it flies by quick.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, I'm already at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck, I got work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, all right, I got to shut this off today and then resume back tomorrow.
Yeah. But like you said, it's easy to cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
Unless if you're there's some times where I do push myself a little too far.
Yeah.
But it's easier to cut it off than it is to start. And like you said, once you start it,
you get that ball rolling.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to stop because you're like, all right, I want to get this right. I want to get this done.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, like, all right, I'm already done with this. I was like, less amount of time that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this next thing going. The next thing going. The next thing going.
Yeah. You like, I know for you and like for me, for when it comes to like editing,
yeah,
the loops and stuff, you listen to it so many times and you're like, I think I cut it right here a little bit more, or I could add this a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
You start getting that mindset of, I could do this a little bit better every time.
Yeah.
And you just make micro adjustments.
Oh yeah. And like with any like visual media, like to sync with the audio, you're I think most of the time, especially when you already made something or you're adding like something else, like some like royalty free music or like sound effects, it's all about timing. That's what takes all your time because you're matching it to get the and then like say if you get it the way you had in your mind, the fact that you looked back at it so many times, you found another
version of it
that was better. And it's just that time with it, and then it's crazy because once you work with timing, it takes a lot of time.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy to like think about it when you're creating. Like for me, I like this last video I did was 3 hours long.
Yeah,
I fucking cut it down to like 27 minutes.
That's crazy.
And then even with all like, I think if you guys see the steak video, I made one with steak and veggies.
Yep. Dude,
that was a 22-minute video. I cut it down to like a minute and 30.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And it's just slowly, dude. I was going insane because you're just watching it so many times over and over.
What's the best, like, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, the best way to, like, cut it. And some days you got to, like, walk away, come back.
Oh, yeah.
And then re-listen to it differently.
It's like, in music, we call it ear fatigue. But I think it's just the same amount of thing. It's just, like just fatigue in whatever you're working on. And then if you walk away, like me right now, I had to do one more composition for my music demo reel, but I had it like I was stuck, and I just like kept like overthinking. I'm like, all right, let me stop this. Let me go work out. And I gotta do the podcast today.
Yep.
And I'll come back to it either tonight or tomorrow. And that's another thing with time management is that you want to start it as soon as possible because you want to give yourself like amount of time to take those breaks because those are really useful.
They are useful,
but you can't take those breaks.
Wait,
it died, huh?
Yeah, it died.
All right.
All right.
You can't take those breaks.
Yeah.
When you don't have enough time. Like we just ran out of time right here.
Yeah.
This is our first podcast. We don't have a set name for it, but hopefully by number 2 we have more guests and a better actually a for sure name.
Yeah. Hold on. We'll continue this real quick.
All right.
Hold on.
Where were we after our commercial break?
Fuck, my bad, people.
No, you're good. Yeah, I would say like we're talking about time management and just like getting carried away with like it just happened right now. The camera died, but figured it out. Figured it out. But yeah, it's just like when you think about it, that's kind of almost a way of like of life. It's just like it's the new way to talk about like life.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like with the monks and all that. They're the way they're talking about things is kind of how we're talking about our stuff. It's just different eras,
different versions of it. Yeah.
But in a sense, it all comes down to time is precious and try not to waste it on things that are not worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of material things that, like money, that just kind of get in the way of things. I mean, it's a great resource, like no doubt about that, but if it's the only sole driving force of what you do, it's very empty.
It is. At the end of the day, like, it does feel very empty at the end of the day.
Yeah, because like you said before, when you got that plaque, it's like, you were just doing it for like, I mean, I'm assuming, because like money and like it was paying good. It's like, it's not something that, it didn't fulfill me spiritually.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I got that plaque. No hate towards it. Like, I did my time. Yeah. But at the same time, it just, like, I was just sitting there every day just fucking doing what I do at the hospital. And I'm like, dude, it's kind of boring. There's no outcome at the end of it.
You're really just going through the motions.
I'm just going through the motions every day.
Yeah.
And I still feel like that to this day. I'm like, I need to do something different.
Well, I mean, you are.
Yeah, I am.
You are on the side, you know? Which is awesome. I mean, and obviously with your videos and your video editing and your coding, that's on top of whatever, like your regular job. That's crazy.
It is, yeah. The amount of shit I've done, I think within this last year, it's just been crazy.
Because when we knew each other since high school. When we just recently reconnected, dude, I was like, "There's no way, like this guy does all this. That's crazy." And then to find out that you just started doing this recently is even crazy. I'm like, "Damn, I would have thought you'd been working on this stuff forever."
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah,
like the video stuff is mainly this year.
That's crazy.
And I wrote down goals, and that was one thing I did. Yeah, mainly this year differently. It was like, I'm gonna write down these goals. I'm gonna actually do them.
Yeah,
and I fucking set out to do them regardless of like. If it, I wouldn't say money was in the way, but like I was like, one of the things was buying the camera this year.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to get this. And when I seen it on sale, I was like, I'm hopping on this for sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's just only going to enhance my process.
Yeah.
And even with everything else, like my other goals were go snowboarding this year. I did it 4 times out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And before I used to just never set goals. I would just let the day fucking choose me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't be doing this all the time.
I mean, if you look at it from a bystander standpoint, you've done a lot, and so I guess goal setting does help quite a bit.
Yeah, goal setting and journaling. Don't sleep on journaling. I'm gonna tell you guys that. Don't sleep on journaling.
Yeah, I don't do it. I mean, I guess in a way, I do talk. I mean, like we do talk to our friends. In a sense, that's another form of journaling, but you can only talk only a certain amount of topics. Journaling is like your personal stuff.
It is. One of our cameras is done. We're out of memory.
This is our first episode, guys. Cut us some slack. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just. I mean, think about it, like life is. It's crazy. I mean, I'm about to be 30.
Yeah. Do you really turn 30?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
In October, I'm gonna be 30.
What year are you?
96.
Damn, that's crazy.
The year of the rat.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm 95. Damn.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
You don't look it at all.
That's what everyone keeps saying, but even you, bro, you look young.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's one of those things where it's hard to like identify it yourself because you always see yourself. But I guess like that's what people are. They're really good at picking up. Like, oh, no, like you still look good, or you've gotten like you look different, or in terms of like you look wiser, you look like healthier, you look like less stressed out. That's cool.
Yeah, and I feel like when you start doing the things you love like that too, it's a big stress relief on you. And
it takes less toll on your body.
It does, yeah. And more relief on you.
You get those dopamine hits for sure.
Yeah, that's.
And
what
I feel
it
like
is.
it's more worth it because you've accomplished something that means something to you.
Yeah, it's more personal to you.
And it's like I could just like I've said it before in this podcast. I'm pretty sure you never thought you would be here.
I never thought I did.
Look back to 2014. You probably never thought you'd be in this spot right now, right?
Dude, I never thought I would do content ever.
Yeah.
I never thought I would do coding, and I just fucking just prove it every time.
Yeah.
And it all just started because I wanted to do a little business, and then I was like, fuck it, let's branch out to many things. And I just keep doing a whole bunch of stuff and seeing what sticks at the end of the day.
I mean, you just got to take those risks, right?
It's taking those risks.
At the end of the day, don't be afraid and take those damn risks.
Yep. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it on that then.
Yeah, that's a great note to leave it on. I didn't even say my name.
Yeah.
I'm Juan.
Ant.
And hopefully we have many more episodes to talk to you guys about stuff when we have more guests coming on.
Yeah, we will. I think we will have more guests.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is our first one, so
yeah,
testing the waters.
And we got to get more memory.
Yep. maybe some auxiliary battery.
Yeah, and a battery too.
Yeah. Hey, we're learning. We're learning.
We're learning here.
What is it? Reinvestment.
Yep.
All right.
All right. What's your social media?
My social media?
Yeah.
I have two, but you want me to talk about my personal one or my my DJ business one?
What's the point of the DJ one?
It's DJ. Oh, shoot, I gotta look it up, but it's DJ Mijo Soul. The other one is just Mijo Soul, but DJ Mijo Soul is where I do all my business stuff. Okay. And yours?
And then mine is NPC Ant. You just follow on that page. So
for sure.
At NPC_Ant.
And if you can't find me, look under him and we follow each other. So
yeah, we have. You'll see us both.
Yeah, well, I mean, by the next episode, we'll have everything dialed in.
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, this is day ones. This is the day ones.
Day ones, let's go. All right, man. Well, this is a good podcast. Glad to do this with you, honestly.
Hey, yeah, man. Shoot, haven't done this forever, and it's cool. This is an awesome setup too. We got going on here,
dude. Outside is nice.
Yeah.
But all right, man.
All right. See you on the next one.